Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some basic startup skills for people who may be new to the game, and I've had a couple of you guys ask me to show you how to get good. I'm not a great player, but I can teach you to be as good as I am. I can't teach you to be better. So today I'm just going to be doing a basic tutorial on how to get better as a Fortnite player. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have the right settings, because whatever you learn how to play on is what you want to get used to using. And if you have to constantly change, like I did, I switched from Combat Pro to Builder Pro. I switched from holding edit on circle or B to left analog stick. I made all these changes, and I finally got to a point where I'm pretty comfortable with what I have. You might find something better, like I said, but this is just how I have it set up. The main changes that I made is, if you look at the left analog stick right here, I have the L3 as the edit. So right here, I have the edit button. That allows me to not have to pull off of my aiming to edit, which is very useful. The only other thing I did differently is, because that's usually your sprint, I turned on auto sprint. Let's see, toggle sprint by default. I have sprint by default, so just always auto sprints. And then I put my auto sprint, so you click it twice and it automatically does it for you, on my right directional pad. So I just tap that twice whenever I want my guy to keep going, so I can check the chat or do whatever it is I want to do. You'll need to do those two things since you're getting rid of your sprint button, but it's a good change. After that, the build controls should be exactly the same. There shouldn't be anything different. You are going to change, once again, your edit. If this doesn't change, you want this to be edit. You're going to leave this as switch mode, your circle, or your B if you're on Xbox, but you want to leave this as your edit on your controller. Once you're in edit, your controls change again. Usually to get out of edit, you are holding down circle to get into an edit. You're marking your squares, and then you're hitting circle to confirm. So that's a lot of pulling off your right analog stick. This enables you to not pull off at all. I never have to pull off when I'm doing edits. I only have to pull off when I'm switching to build mode, or if I'm jumping. So I have this set up most comfortable for me, which is, once I'm in edit, I have my select is my R2. That's what I'm using to pick the squares. My R1 resets everything. It resets the wall. And my confirm, instead of hitting circle again to confirm, I'm hitting L2. So it might take a second to get used to, but once you get used to this setup, it's very fast. You never have to pull off. Make sure while you're doing this, guys, that you have confirm edit on release on. Confirm edit on release. You want that on. This makes editing so much easier because there's an extra step, which is confirming. Now you don't have to confirm your release when this is on, but there is one time that you do have to confirm it. I forget what it is because I'm not doing it right now, but I will in a second. You still want that confirm setup because you will have to confirm, but you also want confirm edit on release because it's a lot faster. So we're just going to take a look at that. Now, if you guys are trying to get the basics down, you don't know much about Fortnite, the most basic thing you need to learn is turtling and ramp pushing. And just using your builds and stuff to get around the map. So turtle is just a floor and then you square, and then you want to get the right angle of where you're standing to turn all the way around, and you want to place a floor and a pyramid on the top, and now you're turtled. Now when you're taking damage from any direction, you want to be able to figure out where that's at and hold your walls so that you can stay safe, take no damage. But that's a very basic thing, turtling. Your ramp pushes start off, most of us start off with just a ramp. That's not too hard to do. The next basic ramp push is a wall and then a ramp. Now you have some defense. If someone's trying to shoot out your ramp and they're right in front of you, they have to shoot through that wall first before they can shoot that ramp. And these are still effective. You don't always want to do a 3 wall or a 4 wall. Sometimes just throwing an extra wall right there for a second is good without wasting the mats. The next version is the 3 wall ramp push. This one takes a little technique. There's different ways to do this. I'm just going to show the one I learned. I place a floor, and then I'm going forward, and I'm waiting until I'm standing right here, not right here. Because if you do it right here, then it's not going to work. You want to place your floor, and then right here you want to hit your R2, your L2. So I'm going to place my floor. I'm waiting till I get right here. R2, L2. There's a 3-wall ramp push. That is the basics of a lot of different builds you do, including 90s, guys. I don't know if I should cover 90s right now because that is a more advanced thing. Most people know how to do 90s. I'll probably do that in my next video. For now, I'll just stick with ramp pushes. The next ramp push, honestly, some people find it easier than the 3-wall ramp push, is the 4-wall ramp push. And you're just throwing in an extra ramp. So floor, wait till you get right here, wall, ramp. But when you get here, you're going to place a ramp instead. So it's L2, floor, wall, ramp. And that one, honestly, it's fun to do and it feels good. So then you have a 4-wall ramp push, guys. Very basic stuff, but it also is hard if you're new to the game, which is why I'm covering this for beginners. I guess moving on, you got your turtles, you got your ramp push. Now you need to work on your combat. You need to know what's the best weapon, when to use it. You have your AR, your snipers for your long range, your medium range. For your close range, you've got your shotguns and your submachine guns. You can still use ARs close range if you have to. If you want to go for the one shot with the charged shotgun, I have a pump because the charge is not available in creative. And then switch to an AR, that's completely fine. So the basics is you want to come into your creative, guys, and you want to practice your editing. What I did was I did the most basic edit, a window, and then I would come over here. You can't edit if you're not looking at the piece. When you put a hole in it, it's not going to grab it sometimes. But if you're looking right at the piece, it will grab it. And then I would reset it, and then I'd place a wall or a window, and then I'd reset it. And then see, I just sit here and do that over and over again until the point where that's not bad for controller. PC can do that way faster for a lot of reasons. But you want to get to the point where you can pop edits off pretty fast. You want to come in here and just practice all these edits. Practice, you know, if you don't enjoy practicing, I enjoyed it. I wanted to learn it. But if you want to get better and you don't enjoy practicing, just do it for, come in for like 30 minutes to an hour before you actually start playing your games. Practice your builds, practice your edits. That little bit of time before your games each day will add up really fast, and you'll grow as a player very fast. Practice your doors. Practice all your edits. These edits are great because there's a lot of times where you're like this and you have to get out, and if you don't know that edit and you have to take your time on it, you're gonna mess it up. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would just sit here and practice and see how fast I can do it. And what that's doing is that's teaching you to get used to confirming, editing, and resetting walls very fast. Once you get that down, you'll be able to do that with with any edit. But that's the most basic one, just to get your muscle memory down fast and to get just the feel of it, yeah. Then you'll be able to do it with any edit. Now, when you are editing, you don't have to reset it every time. If you want to go from a window, you can reset it instantly in the edit. I still have a window right here, but I reset it before I confirmed, and then I can add this. Those are just some basic things to learn, guys. This is not advanced stuff. This is just if you're new and you want to get better at the game. These are the things you got to practice. Another great thing to practice is basically using walls as like shields. So you want to be able to defend yourself. That's what building is for, is defending yourself and moving around, getting high ground, protecting yourself. It's like a shield. Building is your shield, guys. So you want to be able to squeeze in your attack and place a wall. So if you're very new to this game, you want to get used to hitting a shot and then placing a wall very quickly. And then wall. You can do it just like this till you get the feel of it, and then you can get used to aiming and then placing the wall. Another way to do it is to, when you're up high, you've got someone right here. A lot of people use this. Say the guy's right there. He can't see me, but I can see him because of the third person perspective. He can't see me right here. So I'm able to do a pretty quick attack. He can anticipate it just from playing the game long enough. But I'm going to do that, and I'm going to place a floor. I'm going to jump, place a floor. I'm going to jump, shoot, place a floor. Jump, shoot, place a floor. Just practicing that basic move down will... You'll get to the point where you'll be able to do that and build all kinds of stuff, like shoot, and then go up, and then go up, and go up, shoot. Get used to shooting and then building, and not just against one person. This is the beginner thing, but this works when you're fighting multiple people. If you know that you have an angle that's not covered while you're fighting someone, you can shoot, block your behind yourself too. If you just got a lot of people, you can shoot and then you know, start going crazy with it for protection. Those are the basics to practice. I think anything else that I practice that I go over might be a little more advanced. I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you guys enjoy this video, just like the video. I had people in my stream asking me to help them get better. I know there's a lot of videos out there like this, but if somebody's asking me for it, I'll go ahead and make it. Why not? Go ahead and like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video in a more advanced type of building and gameplay style.